Welcome to the video, guys. You will remember the other day I covered the report that the grooming gang review was going to be kept secret by the Home Office, claiming that its findings were not in the public's interest. Now, a lot of people questioned that choice, as did I, and reports are that some Conservative MPs are also not very happy. But that is not what we're going to talk about here. Because not only are they covering up the report, it would seem, but they've lost at least 2 of these grooming gang suspects. With this report from the 6th of November 2019 in the Examiner Live, this Huddersfield grooming gang member was out on bail and may be on the run. No, he's 100% on the run. It comes after rapist fuckpig Sajjad Hussain went on the run in June last year while the jury was deliberating in his trial before he was convicted of 2 counts of rape. And it says there, he was later sentenced to 17 years in prison in his absence. But here, Zaman has previous convictions for burglary, the supply and possession of Class A drugs, violence and racially aggravated public order offences, and has previously served prison sentences. So they let him out on bail. He had been given bail on conditions including not to leave the UK, look where that went, or make attempts to do so. Surrender his passport to the police, not apply for or be in possession of any other travel documents, live and sleep at his home address, and report to Huddersfield Police Station between 10 AM and 2 PM on Mondays and Thursdays. His case had been listed for trial on Monday the 9th of September, and he was due to appear in court alongside 9 others. However, his seat in the dock was empty on that day, and his barrister, Gerard Duran, had no explanation as to his whereabouts. That's because the cunt had left the fucking country. Which you can see there, apparently police became aware that he had not been signing on at the police station as he should have been a few weeks ago. And yet, they had only discovered this on the day of the court. So this cunt had who knows how many weeks head start on the police before they'd even noticed he had gone or bothered to pass the information on. Which is either incompetent or willfully ignorant. The instruction is that he may not be in the country. Well, fucking obviously. But he said here, look, sentencing Zaman in his absence, the judge said, I have not increased his sentence because he has absconded. That will be dealt with if and when he returns within the jurisdiction. No, you don't fucking let him return. That is fucking it. As soon as he comes back, you do whatever prison sentence you've given him, if you really must, and then you kick his ass out of the fucking country. He clearly doesn't need to be here if he can so willy-nilly run away from justice after he's been raping fucking children, the scumbag. But that article there just helps to show the incompetence of the government and the police force. Which leads us on to another article from today, breaking literally half an hour ago now. And that is the Westminster child sex abuse scandal. Senior police and politicians knew about widespread paedophilia, but turned a blind eye to it. Inquiry finds. Oh, a bit like the report that's come out the other day that this government won't release. Are they trying to turn a blind eye to that? Because while Labour is not mentioned in this, I'm sure they are part of it. We know the media is rather favourable to the Labour Party, especially the Independent. It does mention the Liberal Party, which was of course the Liberal Democrats, and the Conservative Party. Naturally, senior political and police figures knew about child sexual abuse linked to Westminster, but turned a blind eye to it amid a culture of cover-up and inquiry found. Political institutions significantly failed in their responses to allegations of child sex abuse for decades by actively shielding and protecting perpetrators and covering up allegations. The independent inquiry into child sexual abuse has concluded. According to the inquiry, several high-placed people in the 1970s and 80s, including Sir Peter Morrison MP and Sir Cyril Smith MP, were known or rumoured to be active in their sexual interest in children and were protected from prosecution in a number of ways, including by the police. Bunch of fucking scumbags. Former Metropolitan Police Officer Robert Glenn told the inquiry his team had enough evidence to prosecute Sir Cyril Smith, a former Liberal MP, in the 1970s for sexual offences against young boys, but he claims the investigation was thwarted by senior officers who claimed it was too political. No, breaking the law is never too political, you cunt. You just fucking prosecute them, especially when they're sexually abusing children. What the fuck is going on? But maybe this article goes to show why the government are so willing to cover up the grooming gang report. The report also claims Liberal Party members were likely to be aware of allegations against Smith, but did nothing to inhibit his political progress. The party leader at the time, Lord David Steele, allegedly admitted to the inquiry that he assumed Smith had committed the offences alleged in a Private Eye article, but took no actions as it happened before he was even a member of my party. Fucking hell. So it's alright if you're a paedophile before you become a member of the Liberal Democrats, back in the day obviously. Who knows what the conditions are now? In the late 1980s, allegations arose that Sir Peter Morrison, the Conservative MP for Chester, had been caught by police molesting a 15-year-old boy on a train at Crewe. Well, if he was caught by the police, he should have been fucking charged and convicted for it, especially if the police are there catching him in the fucking act. It's kind of a slam dunk, I think they call it. Fucking disgusting. The report claims senior officials within the Conservative Party knew about allegations concerning Morrison for years, but did not pass them on to the police. Well, to be honest, given what we've heard earlier, does it really matter if they did? Because the police were covering it up, and like we see, saying it's too political. Fucking incredible. And we all seemed shocked when they covered up the Pakistani rape gang scandal and the review into it recently. Instead he, Peter Morrison, became Margaret Thatcher's parliamentary private secretary in 1990 and was knighted a year later, which in all honesty really doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Get accused of nonsense children and then get a knighthood. Incredible. Thatcher was aware of rumours about Morrison but did nothing, Lord Armstrong claimed. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure most of this was common knowledge at the fucking time, let's be honest. But perhaps this culture of cover-up, when it comes to child exploitation and sexual abuse, is still rife to this day. They definitely need to fucking sort it out. They need to release the Pakistani rape gang report and release more information into this shit. Because I'll bet your bollocks to a fucking barn dance, there is more than 2 people involved in this, especially if they're claiming widespread paedophilia. I can't find any other names mentioned. Perhaps these 2 are just the ones that the media are interested in taking apart. I guess maybe more will come out over time. I will update this video if any more information worthy of making a video comes out. But on that note guys, I am going to end the video there. Now before I go, I've started doing live streams and uploading gaming content on my second channel. If you would like to come and join me for a live stream to chat in real time, have an interest in gaming related content on YouTube, or just want to follow me over there because you are a legend, the link will be down in the video description below and as a pinned comment. I hope to see you all there. Now as always, before I go, I want to thank our PayPal, Patreon, Subscribestar and YouTube members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe with the notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I will see you all in the next one.